Hello and welcome
Hello.
to this stream.
Yeah, is it the 9th one we're doing in total?
It's one.
We've been at it for a while.
In a big number.
One in a big number.
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
Yes. So if you are new here, if you don't know what we are doing, first of all, hello. If you're new here, welcome. We are plotting a story together, us two and you guys. And it's a story that me and Matilda are going to write together whenever we're done plotting it, which we are hoping is going to be for like Camp April.
We wanted it to be 2 weeks ago.
We wanted it to be
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we wanted it to be for the beginning of that. We wanted to start in March.
Yeah.
We did not start in March.
Huh. Yeah.
So yeah, that is what we're doing here. Hello, Moon.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We'll see how many people actually show up because it is the
Worldwide Write-a-thon.
Worldwide Write-a-thon.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
Yeah. We understand if people have to prioritize and if they prioritize something that isn't us.
I guess.
I heard myself saying, I was like, I don't sound very convincing here, do I? But yes.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
The sun is out, as you can tell by how pale I look.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so where are we at with this?
Yeah, I started reading through it. I don't remember. We were talking, I think last time we got to the water challenge that they're doing together, which is the last challenge.
Yeah.
And we tried to figure out how do they help each other, what is the goal of the challenge, and so on.
Yeah.
I do just want to say, there's a bunch of links down below as usual to the document we'll work in and everything else. And in the Drive folder that's linked, there is a sort of summary of the plot.
Mm.
I like that Lid wakes up and finds the Child of Power, she can heal Tev, goes to her parents, her human mother realizes that Lid now has to go on the question.
Well, yes.
I'm not sure what the question is, but I'm sure the answer is...
Well, we also said that there's confusion and emotions. So, you know, I don't see the problem here.
Sure, that's up then. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I changed it now.
Cool. So yeah, I think we were at the joint water challenge.
Yes.
We were trying to figure out, and then that is their last challenge for the elementals. But there's also like, will they challenge the ruler? Will they?
Yeah.
All those things, because I think everyone at this point knows that, or assumes, so do I at least, that they will all both make it through all the challenges.
That's what we've been.
Oh.
I've been assuming too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like it does sound much safer to go on a question than to go on a quest.
Yeah, you don't need a sword.
No.
Yeah.
Potentially, at least.
I like it. Yeah.
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 Although swords are cool, so I mean.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna say though, I'm just gonna throw that out there from the stream on Thursday that we did. That was titled "Slow Sand" and
Other things that grown-ups fear.
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah. Around that, if it was after the stream or something, I said to Marcus that there should be a fantasy world, or a world, but not ours, please, where everything is in reverse. So like, there's slow sand instead of quicksand. The water is pulled from the ground as opposed to raining down, and so on. Maybe we shouldn't do that for this story.
I think that is a lot of world building that we do not
do.
have time to do.
I don't want to do.
Yeah. Yes. So, and we are not doing a like full summary of the story this time because
it's not a bit too long.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're just coming into this, yeah. If you're just coming into this now, there are documents linked in the description where you can read up on what we're doing. or you can watch the entire playlist, and or if you're watching in the replay and it's been quite a while, we will probably have made summary videos about this, which I'm gonna try to remember to link down below as well.
Right, it sounds like I'm really ripe for wordplay and puns. I like it. I like it.
Well, then you should write it.
Do you want to go write a story about slow sand and upward rain? Oh, look at the uppour today. It's not downpour, it's an uppour. I'm so funny.
Yes, you are.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, what we are going to do today.
I have no idea where you are in the document, but I'll find it. Oh, there we are. Find it. Yes.
I've lost it. There.
I stole it.
Yes. Things we want to, first of all, I want to wear these because I feel that my fingers are sensitive today. Yes, we are working, or we are...
There's work? It's
sort
Saturday. I don't know.
Liam, how he gets from the metal challenge to the water one.
Yes.
That's where we left him.
Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and grow this a little bit.
I'm sorry.
I think that's better.
Yeah. The water challenge, because we did talk about the water challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Here. So we tried to figure out what it was, but we didn't really come up with what are they actually supposed to do.
Yeah. I had a thought. When you were scrolling now, I thought I read something that I'm 99% sure I didn't read. Sometimes my eyes just like, ooh, letters. This is a word, it's not here. No, I feel like they have both. We talked about that a lot last week, about the ups and downs that they've had, and the how easy the challenges have been, or how hard they've been, and all that, and false victories and false defeats and all that. I feel like now that they have come together for the second time, and it's near the end, and Tev is back in Lid's life, but not in the challenge and stuff. Things need to go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of the people dies, sure, but I was going to say drowns during the water challenge. Something goes wrong. They don't trust each other enough, or there is some sort of something they didn't take into consideration or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, Lid has the ability to heal, for example. She could. We haven't talked about, like, can she bring people back from the dead? But, like, you can still drown and be resurrected.
Yeah.
And stuff. It doesn't have to be her who does the saving. They're just thinking someone should drown, or someone should get trapped underwater, or like it should go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Because they also need to. They've learned their own. Learned their own virtues, their own strengths at this point.
Yeah.
But they need to work together.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important point to make here.
Yeah.
Because suffering.
Yeah. We like suffering.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do really love the idea of them having to use all the powers for the last one, but maybe they just need to use all the powers to defeat the ruler at the end.
Yeah.
That's a good point. We were trying to figure out what the powers was how they were going to use the powers.
Yeah.
In the water challenge.
Yeah.
But we.
I mean, the ruler is the big bad. It's the final boss. It's the,
Yeah, and the thing that we've sort of done with this story while we've been plotting is that we've mostly been thinking about the challenges.
Yes. Not the overarching end goal.
No, we don't know when they're done with the water challenge. We don't know what happens next. We don't know if that's the middle of the story or towards the end of the story, or like.
That is a very good point too.
Yeah.
And the middle of the book is supposed to be the promise of the premise. The premise of the promise? No, the promise of the premise. I.e., when what you tell the reader is going to happen happens.
Yes.
I'm not explaining that well, but like it kind of feels like the challenges could just quote unquote be the middle of the story, and the whole third act could be deciding whether or not to overthrow the ruler, having that battle, decide all those things.
Yeah. Maybe. In which case, I do not think we're going to be done by April.
How does November sound for you? You free then? Hello, Amy.
Hello, Amy.
Moon agrees with something. I'm glad that it could be the third act, or that Act 2 is challenges.
Yeah.
Because then also, I again, we're not following a specific plot structure.
No.
And I don't know any of them well enough. But if the challenges are the second act, then the water challenge is the final section of the second act.
Yeah.
And that will then end with a false defeat. Browning.
Sure.
Special.
Yeah. Because we have not been talking about those really, but we should, because we have mentioned a few things that should/could be side plots.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I have heard, again, I don't plot, Moon, we're the same. I don't tend to plot, and I heard people be like, oh yeah, I had like 100 pages of notes before I started writing my book. Oh, I had these many things. Oh, I worked on it for 6 years before I started writing. The document we're writing in right now has 48 pages.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of it is bullet points, but it doesn't have to be more than that. It's like 48 pages.
It is 8,976 words.
And we've worked on it for a month and a half.
Yeah.
We've only done it in streams, but still.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there needs to be stuff. I like this. I don't want to admit that I like this and that I've had fun doing this. But I guess I have.
I am very sorry.
It's okay. Can I just go in and make a quick addition to this? If you scroll down, just a smidge on the page. Scroll down. There we go. Is this dash important?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just leave it at
that. Don't go under it, go above it.
It has the enter.
Yeah, the dash, I always put a dash where I've made a new page so I don't accidentally go to the wrong page.
Fair enough. That is a lot of pages. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that we've come up with, you guys and us.
I will say that one reason it's so many pages, though, is because it's also written in a very large font so that you guys will be able to see during the streams.
That's not important.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
What's the addition you wanted to make?
Addition? I was asking if this was important.
Oh, you were just asking about that. Okay.
Yes, I was just being silly.
Okay. I thought you that you were going to add something. You said you were
to
going to add
remove
something. Okay.
Yes. Side plots, though.
Well, yes, but that's not where we start now, is it?
No, but I tried to get us back on track of what we're talking about.
Yes. Yeah, I was, because we also had, I should have spent a little bit of this past week going through what we did last week and make a plan for this stream. I did not do that.
And that is okay.
Yes, that is okay. I just wanted to see what we've sort of answered this if we've said that Lyd has more prejudice towards humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know that.
To answer AV, we are gonna probably start with playing the water challenge and then continue on from that point today. We'll see how far we get.
Yeah.
Hello,
Violet.
Welcome.
I'm glad you're finding time to come in here despite the Worldwide Write-A-thon.
Yeah, you're hosting too, aren't you? I think you are. Or co-hosting.
Cool. I have not been keeping up with the Worldwide Write-A-thon because we weren't gonna do it either way.
Nope. We were not
because
going to do any of this weekend.
we were not going to do this weekend even. This weekend is, or tomorrow is our 1-year wedding anniversary, which is
I was going to cheer and then I knocked something over.
cool.
It's fine.
So we were gonna just take it easy and have a nice relaxing weekend, and then we realized that we need to do this, which is also fun. But we're gonna have a nice relaxing tomorrow at least. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because if we didn't do this, if we didn't continue this and have this stream, then we would have to be talking about writing this for November 22.
Cool. Violet apparently hosted earlier this morning.
Well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, should we just get started?
Sure. Should we? I have a question though about how we go about this.
Mhm.
Should we try to plan out the water challenge and then go back up through the documents and find all the questions and all the half-finished things and try to answer those? Or should we move on from the water challenge straight on into what comes after the water challenge?
I think we should probably move on to the water challenge, or move on to what happens after the water challenge, because I think it would take us too much time on stream to find all the questions. That was one of the things that I was going to do, but I will do it until next stream instead.
Cool.
So we'll answer a bunch of those questions next week instead.
Okay.
Is my thinking.
Yeah, just wanted to check so we're not forgetting about them.
Yeah.
And if we or we guys or you guys come up with any for the side plot prompt or side plot dot there that we haven't remembered at this point, just yell at us that, oh, you talked about side plots for dragons, and then we'll just put that in for now.
Yeah. AV has completely missed the Worldwide Write-a-thon.
Yeah, there is a Discord group, and there is I follow Jessica on Instagram, and she tends to post there, and there is also a Worldwide Write-a-thon Instagram.
But I feel like maybe this is because I haven't been watching a lot, but I feel like it hasn't been talked a lot about, except in those places.
No, maybe not.
So
I as well haven't been paying a lot of attention this round because I knew I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, itchy eyeball. Well, eyelid actually. Anyway.
Anyway, yes.
Yes.
So, water challenge.
Starting with water challenge.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree with what Moon said about them not having to use all their powers for the water challenge. That could be that whole thing could be saved for the overthrowing the ruler thing.
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, because then they'll have all the powers.
Mm.
I would more like to see this challenge as a test of, in a way, their abilities, because I feel like they should use some elemental magic to do it.
Yeah.
But also trusting each other, helping each other, those things. Which I'm just like, they've met once before, and one of the people thought they were hallucinating.
Yeah.
So, just gonna put that out there.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't start with the water challenge, actually. Maybe we should actually start with them meeting.
Mm.
What happens then?
When they meet for the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably good, actually. Yeah.
Then we are putting that in here. The meet.
Yay! Yes. And what we said last week was, I think, that Niam does the medal challenge with Tev as a dragon. Tev stays as a dragon. And then brings Niam with him, for some reason, to the water where they find Lid. And the two of them have been communicating telepathically about, where are you? I'm over here. No, on your left. You're on the left. No?
Sure.
I just want someone to be really, really bad with directions.
Cool.
Sidebot.
Literally because they go to the wrong side.
I hate it when I'm funny and then you out-funny me.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't hate it. But you always make my funny funnier.
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I sounded so upset about that. Moon is jumping. Why are you jumping? jumping? Can you see me jumping? Are you jumping? Oh, for Lit and Liam.
Oh.
I was like, why are you jumping? Don't do that.
Jumping is dangerous.
Yes. Wow, our brains are like so awake.
Yes.
Hmm?
Anyway, they meet. What I've been thinking is that the reason that Tev and Liam travel together is because, I mean, Tev has realized by now that Liam is doing the same challenges that as Lid was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that that Tev would sort of just come with Liam, and like eventually you're gonna meet again. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm adding to side plots. I'm adding being chased because that was a thing.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, but also like Tev sees this other person do challenges and like, oh, challenges, you guys belong together. Let's just, But do any of the people involved at this point know that there are two people, one royal and one commoner, supposed to co-rule? Do they know that yet?
I've been thinking that there might be another subplot where Liam tries to find more information on this, because I think he does find that information.
Yeah, I'm
in the
putting
beginning.
That in the side plot
Yeah.
section. Yeah.
I think we've said that.
Yeah.
But he also wants to know more.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing we've also done with this plotting is go there, challenge.
Yeah.
They haven't veered off at all. They do have 6 months. I'm not saying the book will take 6 months, but still. What's to say that Liam won't stop in another city and access their archive and go rummaging?
Yeah.
And for Lid to also have side plots, but
yes.
For now we're talking about him.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to pool information. It would be amazing if Liam had a bunch of information, but Lid had one final piece. And when they talk it through, they realize how it all fits together.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Would the reader have all the information? Or would the reader find out when the penny drops for both of these people? Just a thought.
I'm thinking of writing that part a little bit like a mystery, like where the reader has all the information, but has had the chance
to pick up on
to
it.
put it all together.
Yeah.
But not, outright stating it until now.
Yeah. Mystery of the purpose of the quest.
Yes. Yeah, exactly what Moon is saying, that the reader would have been able to put it together if they thought it through, but not handed to them. Which is the kind of thing that I am really scared of writing, because I am afraid that I would make it too obvious or too complicated. But I would really like to try.
Well, no time like today.
Yes. And maybe also think that side quests will occur for both of them. Liam hunting for info and Lid meeting humans and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
excuse me.
The point is then that Liam, does Tev come with Liam?
Yes. Is that the question you mean to ask, or do you mean the opposite?
Do they travel together?
I mean, I've just been picturing Tev as a giant dragon who Liam gets to ride on. But yeah, I started thinking though about God, I'm so pale. The light is just yeah. Either way, I started thinking about the side plots and them meeting, and I saw a picture of Tev and Lid having this whole, no, but how do we know we can trust him? Well, he helped me get out of the cave, blah 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 sort of thing. But if we've played our cards right, Lyd can no longer use the argument of, well, he's a human, I don't trust humans, because she will have met other humans
Yeah.
up until this point.
Yeah.
Just a thunk.
People are saying, I don't think I've ever plotted a story this much before writing.
You can't relate, can you?
I cannot. I plot this much and more, or that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't, but this is the bare minimum of plotting I want to do before I write a story.
You're crazy.
Yes. And Moon has a suggestion. Just throw on some dark eyeliner and lipstick and embrace the goth thing to go with your paleness.
I had intentions.
Yeah?
And then I took a nap.
Had a lot of things to do today,
but you know what I did instead? I took a nap. It was a very good nap. I can imagine like Niam thinking he could use the dragon to travel between side plots, and Tev just playing along, but then takes off and flies towards where Lyd is instead, because Tev realizes that they should meet up. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tev, like, yeah, because Niam now has only the water challenge left. So he needs to go to the water. That's
after the medal. Yeah.
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 And if he sort of asks the dragon, like, hey, can you take me to the water?
Yeah.
Maybe even shows a map. I would like to go here. And then Tev is like, sure, get up on me. And then, nope, up towards...
Good word choice there.
Yes.
Yeah. And then takes off towards the mountains instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, he's calling out telepathically, trying to find Lyd.
Yeah.
And we might have a time problem here. Because
him flying is a lot faster than her walking.
Exactly. So they should actually meet somewhere close to electricity.
Okay. Question.
Uh-huh.
Because Niam will still only have the water challenge left, but Lyd still has electricity and water.
Yeah. Also, sorry, I just want to never heard that before. I think it's my husband's theme song. It's a TikTok song.
Yes.
I
don't know where it's from, but it sounds a lot like whatever they're called. What's his name? Andy Samberg? No. The guy who is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Andy something has a band.
Cool.
Yes. Sounds a lot like their kind of music, but I don't know if it's them. You're welcome for all this help.
Thank
that I gave you. No, what I was thinking is what if they meet before Lyd makes it to or does the electricity challenge, and is offered a lot of help, is offered tips from Niam, who's already done it, opts to ignore these, and then has a much harder time than she would have had to have had. Yeah, sure. English.
I mean, the thing we've said is that yeah, I know. Where are we at? Upwards. The thing we've said is that Lyd was going to get like help and advice and stuff from the village that she saves in the air challenge.
She saves it, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, because then she gets a lot of advice.
Yeah.
Why would she ignore his if she takes theirs and stuff?
Yeah, just a thought of like showing the difference between when she refuses help and when she then for the water challenge accepts help.
I was thinking that we could show both of those in the water challenge.
Interesting. Tell me more.
well, that, like, at first she's like, no, but I can do this alone,
Mm-hmm.
sort of. And then things go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, basically that they both realize that maybe they both have, like, okay, Lid wants to do it this way. This is the best way to do it. I know water, trust me.
Yeah.
And Neem is like, no, but this is the best way. I know science, trust me.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And then they try to do it their own ways, and then that goes horribly wrong, and eventually they realize that the only way to figure this out is to combine our ways.
Yeah. While all this is happening, we just have Tev still in the shape of a dragon, just lying on the beach, just like rolling his eyes, and just like, these people are idiots.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yes. Chat is saying Neem just naturally assumes that dragons read maps. Yes. I think Neem assumes that everyone reads maps and everyone loves maps because maps are the best thing in the world. Neem might also have thought that the water challenge would happen by the Shapeshifter Islands. True.
So takes a detour.
Yeah, or wants to. That's where he asks Tev
Yeah.
to take him, at least. Maybe.
Yeah.
I do agree that they should meet up around the electrical challenge, although I think you could easily add some side plot for either side to time it just right. That's very true.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was thinking about that too. Lida's already struggled with a lot of challenges, so she was supposed to have it easier now.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, because she was gonna, like, you had that up. Wasn't she gonna, like, just build something?
Yeah, she was going to use the ground.
Yeah.
Ground powers.
Yeah.
So yeah. If they're being pursued, that could easily cause a delay.
True.
Yeah.
But now Neem has a dragon.
Yeah, that might just make him be pursued by everyone because dragons are dangerous and should be killed.
Or valuable.
Yeah, that too.
Interesting. So now Tev is the target.
Yes.
Excellent.
AV likes the idea of Lid just ignoring his tips and managing just fine anyways.
True. And then she can throw that in his face for the water challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tev lounging around, snacking on passing birds.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It could also be that the challenge literally needs two people to complete. It's literally impossible for either to do it on their own. Yeah.
And that kind of goes back then to the fact that Neem's fire challenge was saving them.
Yeah.
Or saving Lid. Tev is unimportant for the quest.
Yeah.
But his was saving Lid. And now if they literally have to work together, it makes a lot of sense if the gods or if the elementals or whatever is behind it all are like so keen on there being two rulers this time.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder why not more of the challenges will have had to be team building exercises. But it makes sense that they're like, no, we're not gonna do with just the one ruler. We need two, or we'll start from the beginning.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it sort of makes sense for only the last one to be the team building one because he
Huh? How's your brain doing?
Great. We're just gonna skip past that and cool. Yeah. Poor Tev, so while the others are doing water challenge, Tev is just chilling and having fun, potentially dodging rulers' hunting parties. Yeah.
What if he's a distraction? It's like, no, I'll just run off into the woods. They'll follow me. Makes sense. You guys just splash about for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Lid ignoring his advice and doing fine anyway would work if Neem had a flaw like know-it-allishness that he needed to overcome.
And doesn't he have that a little bit? I'm going to scroll back up on my side.
Yeah, I mean, he does it. There is the bit where he ignores the... we should write down the dreams.
Yes.
Where he ignores the dreams because, no, I have made a plan. I know how to do this.
Yeah.
So in a way, yes.
For flaws, we have put nothing like that. We have put bad at deciphering dreams. problem adjusting to light outside / bright lights, and difficulty sleeping because it's always bright.
Yeah.
For Lid, though, we put some sort of flaw in personality. Self-centered, cocky, inflexible, set in their ways, physically weak, homebody, squeamish. Huh.
Yeah, that makes it sound like she's the one who has a know-it-all thing.
It really does. I also feel like he should have more flaws.
He should have more flaws, yes.
Those are few and far between. But
yeah, not really the right
kind of flaws. No.
Because those are not things that he can really overcome.
No.
Yes, he can learn to interpret dreams, but I mean, the difficulty seeing in light or adjusting to light, that's not a flaw. That's a disability.
Yeah.
Which is not the same thing.
No. We also didn't write anything for how Liam will grow during the story. So, we have work to do.
Yeah.
They could both be a bit do it my way-ish, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it so cold?
I don't know.
Because now that I'm heating up my upper body, my legs are cold.
I'm sorry.
More blankets.
Yes. Get another blanket.
Okay.
I have one right behind you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have that one.
Yes, you do.
I think we have about 18 blankets in our house. Yeah. At least 10.
At least.
Yes.
We like blankets.
We do.
Okay, so.
Did you put dreams in?
Yes. They meet.
Yes,
we are still there.
We've come a long way in 37 minutes. Yes.
I mean, this is how it usually goes. The first bit of the stream is
a recap and figuring out.
Yeah.
Figuring out what we have to figure out.
Yes. Yes. Like while Lid has difficulty trusting others and therefore wants to do it her way, Liam, on the other hand, is a bit more control freak. Like if there's no plan, he gets anxious, for example. Yeah. We did say earlier that Liam had an adversity towards asking for help.
Yeah.
That's his plant challenge.
Yeah.
Is to actually overcome his fear of depending on other people.
Yeah.
So that's something he is supposed to have already overcome.
True. But growth isn't always linear.
No.
First of all.
And
sorry?
No, I'm thinking if talking about Lid and Nemo, we're talking about a Panzer and a plotter.
You're talking about me, Marcus?
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking if we're doing sort of the opposite of this.
Mm-hmm. Liam doesn't trust people. And she's a control freak?
Yeah.
See, now it's just starting to sound like us. So,
I trust others.
Huh?
I trust people.
I know. I must admit the second half. Sorry. I was thinking, though, something a little while ago. They meet. They have to overcome things. Doing it their own way. Asking for help. It was somewhere in there. I'm trying to find it again.
Oh.
Because I mean, if we think of them as individuals, if we think of them as people,
which I hope we do.
Yes, but like if we go back to that instead, Liam is an orphan who is sort of self-made man.
Yeah.
Now has almost his dream job and he's worked hard to get there, but he's had to rely on only himself.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would not ask for help or would be uncomfortable doing so or not used to it. Lid grew up. She's also doing what she wants to do for a living. I'm jealous of these people. But she has always been surrounded by family. Family is a big part of her life. Family, friends, like found family and real quote-unquote family. So for her, being more helpful, asking for help more should not be as big an obstacle. Or okay, sorry. He doesn't ask for help because he's not used to it, because he's a self-made man and he doesn't like asking for help and appearing weak, quote unquote. She doesn't ask for help because she expects to just get it. Because community and I do my share, you do your share. That way they have the same problem, but different issues.
Yeah. That's true.
Just gonna give myself a pat on the head there.
Yes, deserve it.
Thank you.
Okay, but then if we keep that in mind, but
meet.
also they meet. I want to move on from that part. Niam has just managed his medal challenge.
Yes.
He
got a dragon.
Got a dragon. He wants to go do the water challenge now. He believes, probably or potentially, that the water challenge will take place somewhere close to the Shapeshifter Islands.
Because the shapeshifters are allegedly keeping the water elemental safe. That's
at least there is a relationship there. I think is being assumed.
Yeah.
Wants to go to Shapeshifter Islands to do the water challenge. Maybe saying write that down. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm
putting it somewhere down on the page.
And if Tev has decided that Niam and Lid need to meet because they're doing the same challenges. So Tev might sort of offer Niam to, hey, I'm gonna help you. Get on my back. And Niam is like, cool, I want to go to this place. Tev takes off in a different direction. And then add in some sort of side thing here so they don't get to the electricity challenge ahead of Lid. Like being chased, because Niam is being chased. The entire reason that he goes on this when he does is because he gets attacked. So there should be a fair few moments where he's
found.
Yeah. Offers to let Niam ride him. Ignore that. Niam tells him where he wants to go.
I am tech fixer.
And Tev goes in the wrong direction towards electricity because he knows that that is where Lid should be heading.
Question. Does he? Because that was very rude. Does he know that? No, but question.
Yeah.
When Tev and Lid lost each other, she had done plant and was consumed by fire. That she would do ground next makes sense. But A, she might be following the dreams, which we haven't implemented at all. We just said that Niam ignores them. 2, it's a 50-50 if she goes to electricity or water, because if the water elementals in the beginning just told her that you're not ready now, they didn't necessarily say, oh no, this is the last challenge, come back in 6 challenges, or, and she maybe would just go for water because comfort, because she's used to water, because she's just lost him, because water feels safe, and so on.
I mean, in a way,
that would buy them some time. That would buy
us
Liz
some time.
Yeah, and he might also just think that, oh, the shapeshifter area is a good idea. He might not go to a different part of the water. Because he also knows that there are water elementals in the water between the shapeshifter islands and the mainland.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. So it's going to be a really interesting relationship to see between Niam the human and Tev the dragon, who knows that Niam is a human, but Niam doesn't know that he's a human. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be trying to find her in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It could be an opportunity for Niam to meet shapeshifters and Lyd's family. If you want that. Yeah. And Tev might just want to go home. Like we talked about Lyd wanting to do when you said, well, probably not. Okay.
Yes. I'm just wondering where, like, what that would do for the plot.
Drag it out of it.
I don't really feel that is a good enough.
Okay.
It needs to bring the plot forward in some way.
Okay. No, but I'm thinking it wouldn't be, since Lyd hasn't made a plan of where to go next. At no point up to this point does she know more than the next challenge ahead, like where she's headed.
No.
But she was also turned away from the water challenge in the beginning when he was with her, and that might have happened again. They don't know that. So there's for me, there is no reason for him to be like, oh yeah, she's electricity, let's go that way. Because she could just be doing water. Or she could be dead somewhere.
She could also be doing air, because...
Yeah.
And
air is even harder to track down than water, almost.
Yes. Can I have a message for her? Yeah. I think Ted wants to find Lyd. They're having more fun in my imagination than Lyd. I think so too.
So he wants to go back and gloat. I got to be a dragon, and then I got to fly, and then I got to do this.
I mean, potentially he wants to make sure that she's safe because they're friends and stuff.
No, it's the building.
Okay.
This is payback for you making me be a horse.
Yeah, but I also think that Tev would probably want to find her for whatever reason. I don't think he would just go home and abandon her.
No, that's true. But he could be looking for her in the water.
Yes. If he gets some kind of information in any given place, then any detour can be important to the plot. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about I think you're supposed to pronounce that Eustace.
Yeah.
I read it in Swedish, and I think I don't remember how I tried to pronounce it, but yes.
I have not read that. I've seen it. I assume he's in one of the ones.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember the
Voyage
movies
of
as
the
much as I.
Dawn
Yeah.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm also sort of thinking that, except not in the later half of that book, not in the beginning. But yes. Anyway, I meant to say that Tev isn't as homesick as Lyd. I think his first priority is finding her. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't think he would dare go home without her.
Yeah,
I think he might be. Yeah.
That is also true.
Yep.
Okay, but then.
They meet. No, we're before that meeting.
Tev wants to find Lyd.
Yes.
He knows that she is headed towards one of the next challenges,
Yes.
which is either then Earth, because, yeah, that is...
Yeah.
She hadn't done that when they separated.
No, but it is in Inferno Valley.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it is Earth, it is air, electricity, or water.
Yes.
When Niam shows him his map, he has probably marked out where he did the challenges.
True.
So Tev could get a like, okay, I can go here for. I'm gonna bring up the map.
Yeah.
Here for the Earth challenge. Just a moment. There we go.
They now meet at the blue dot.
They
Yes.
meet here, yes.
They being Tev and Niam, just to be clear. Yeah.
And Niam shows him a map, and then it's like, okay, I can go here to check if she's doing the Earth one right now. Or go up here for electricity, or go down here for air.
Mm.
Water, he doesn't know where it's supposed to happen.
No.
And maybe, even if he thinks that, well, it's probably going to be somewhere around here. I mean, it's possible that Niam knows that, well, both the air and the water challenge can happen wherever, because that is probably in the stories, in the history he's read.
Yeah. And I also feel like Niam has delved into the deepest, the darkest parts of the archive and found, like, oh, the person who became ruler 637 years ago, they encountered the water roughly here, and like traced those things as well. Yeah.
And so he might even say that to Tev, that I don't know where the water challenge is going to happen, but because it happens different places, but I would like to go here and give it a try here.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that Tev can't head towards the water, because now he knows that it can happen anywhere on the water. There's no point. There's too much water.
Mm-hmm.
And then Earth would maybe make the most sense to go to first, just to check.
Maybe, yeah.
You're not liking this?
I still don't understand why Tev is a dragon found in a cave, but that's a different thing.
Do you want to change that?
I don't know. That feels like a very big thing to change, though.
Well, yes, but if you don't like it, we should change it.
Mm.
What we said was that he was sort of kidnapped by the elementals. We probably never have to find out exactly how he ended up there, because magic.
Mm.
And they put him there as this could be fun.
Right, because the challenges are for elemental entertainment only.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's their television.
Yes, the only known location more than that is electricity and ground, technically.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know, because I in a way, I like the dragon aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it could be written well, but it feels a bit weird that he's kidnapped and turned into a dragon and chained to a wall. It's just not his best day, is it?
No.
But I think it would be difficult to seeing just Niam and Tev the dragon going on their quest to find Lid versus seeing Niam and Tev the human, or the shapeshifter, technically. Because they could bond a heckin' ton more if Tev was in human form.
I mean, not necessarily.
Interesting. Oh. Yeah.
I mean, given that you can very easily bond with animals.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Niam is very close to Bodhi, if nothing else. And Tev as a dragon is more aware, more sentient than that.
Yes, but he can't talk.
No.
And we're never going to be in Tev's head.
No.
I've got a thought, though, of what if Tev and Lid do get separated in the fire challenge, he does get magically kidnapped into the cave, and Niam finds him in the shape of a dragon. But that is cave magic. Or, like, yeah, mountain magic, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ted, once he leaves there, is no longer a dragon and can no longer turn into a dragon again, because that wasn't shape-shifting, that was magic.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be so disappointed. And Lid's never going to believe him. I don't know. There's something about that I don't like.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time putting words in it. Putting it into words. Whatever.
Bear in mind that I'm the one who would have to write it.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, just from that perspective, in a way, I think it would be easier for me to write Tev as a dragon than as in the human form.
Yeah.
Because I won't have gotten, like, yeah, there will be a different kind of behavior. I won't have to write his dialogue and things like that.
Fair. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. You'd be the one who had to write it.
I'm also sort of thinking, for some reason, and I don't know why, but for some reason, I feel like it would be harder to keep Tev and Niam together if Tev was in human form.
Yes. I think so too. And you don't like that, and I do.
You don't want Tev and Niam to travel together?
I do. But I don't want it to be as easy as, like, climb on back, I'll fly you there.
But if they, like, what would their motivation be to travel together? Because they want to go to different places.
Yeah. I don't know. I had another thought.
Uh-huh.
Went out the window. Dragon flying. I don't know if it's because it makes it, to me, seem like Tev becomes a really important part of the story. Not saying he isn't, but, like, if he is separated from Lid in fire and then magically turned into a dragon and then chained to a magical wall, you know? And then once he's been freed and once they leave the cave, he loses that ability, the magic drains or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was needed for Tev's, for Niam's challenge, so there was a link still between them, between Lid and Niam. But him being a dragon in the long run means that he could just kind of smush the ruler and then take the throne. Like, I don't think he would, but it makes him seem very powerful and very important.
I mean, first of all, it depends on how powerful we actually make the dragons.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we then say that if we.
What if he was just magically transported back to Lid? He was kidnapped from her, technically.
Yeah.
To be a means to an end for Niam's challenge. And then once they leave the cave, he is zapped back to her.
Doesn't that seem a little too easy, though?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. When would Tev get turned back to himself if not when leaving the cave? We said that he was going to purposely not shift back because he felt being a dragon was too cool. And he didn't fully know if he could trust Niam or something like that, and he wanted to bring them together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good points.
Yeah, that's basically what we said.
Yeah. And risk of side character becomes main character syndrome.
Yeah.
I feel that a little bit, and I don't know why. If Lid had been the one separated from Tev and woken up as a dragon in a cave, that would make more sense.
Yeah.
For the plot. But
Okay,
I don't
but
want her to be kidnapped.
okay, but then let's play with that thought then. If Tev gets when they leave the metal mountain, he is no longer a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and he's very disappointed.
Yep, he will never get it right.
Yes.
He'll need years of therapy.
Yes. Then the question is, do they travel together? Because
Okay.
yes. Sorry, I was just I'm trying to keep track of the chat as well to include the chat a little bit. So you could turn back when it reunites with Lid.
Yeah.
For example, how and when Lid and Niam meet if they don't do it in the Tev way? Because at least Niam only has the water challenge left. That's a good question.
Unless they split up, Tev and Niam split up, Tev goes to hunt down, find Lid, and Niam decides to do the water challenge and realizes or learns along the way that he can't do it alone. Maybe that's also why the challenge didn't work for Lid. It couldn't be unlocked unless you were two people. He goes splashing in the water for a week and like nothing happens. And then he finds out that, oh, we need to be the two of us, and then he has to find her. And meanwhile, Lid might have done the electricity and air challenge and also only have water left, and try the water and not be able to do it because nothing happens. Just a thought.
Maybe. Or there's something in the side plot delay that makes him shift out of necessity to something small in order to fit in a hiding place, for example, and then it can't shift back to a dragon. Yeah.
For Tev.
Yes. But if we say that he's no longer a dragon after the metal challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, again, the question, will they travel together? Because Tev will want to find Lid.
Mm-hmm.
And Niam wants to get to the water challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And those two are not compatible.
No.
So for that reason, they should split up.
Yes.
And then I'm sort of wondering what the point
was of Tev even being the dragon in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the moment they come out of the metal challenge, they are found by the people that are hunting Niam.
Uh-huh.
And they run away together, and like they're sort of forced to be together at least for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the end, maybe Tev realizes that well, the best way for me to find Lid is probably to hang out with this guy because they're gonna meet eventually because they're doing these same challenges.
Sorry, who thinks that?
Tev.
Uh-huh. I think I missed half of that because I had to. My headphones started when I played. I had to turn the sound off. They exit the challenge. Tev is or is not a dragon. They are found by the people hunting Niam.
Yes.
And then they have to run away.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
And then Tev decides to stick with Niam.
Yes.
Because eventually Lid will be found.
Yes. No.
Why? Why would not Niam want to stick with Tev? Because Tev might have an idea where Lid is.
In this version, I wasn't thinking that Niam knows that he needs Lid.
Okay, so Tev just tags along with Niam to splash in the water and have the umbrella drinks for a while.
Yes. Or a side quest thing that is maybe not quite as
beach resorty.
Yes.
I don't know.
No. What would you prefer?
I don't know. Because I agree, it also makes if why does Tev even have to be dragon?
I mean, we could skip the dragon thing entirely, or skip that Tev is the dragon.
Yeah,
It could just be a random
freeze.
other dragon that maybe disappears when, like, it's nothing. It's just part of the challenge.
And Tev and Lid could still be separated in the fire challenge, and she could think him dead.
Yeah, or not, if we, like...
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they're separated, we need there to be a reason for that.
Yeah. And it needs to be more of a reason than her just feeling like she's alone.
I think so. If nothing else, we need an explanation for where Tev has been, and, like...
In the hospital. Yeah. This could be when they discover the very important information that there should be 2 rulers. It could be a magic illusion dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. If we want Tev and Niam to meet, they can meet after Tev being lost in the fire and Niam completing the metal challenge.
Yeah. All this plotting and figuring out why. What will your beta readers do if you fix all the plot holes before you even write the book?
Trust me, I'm still going to put plot holes in there. Yeah. I don't know. There's something I'm not liking, but I don't know exactly why. But I think it has to do with dragons.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Because we wanted Lid to lose Tev for the false defeat. We wanted her to learn that she should use her powers that she's gained. We wanted her to have to trust humans. Like, there was a point to him going missing. Or yeah. I don't know what the point is for Niam to find Tev the dragon.
What if we ignore the dragon? What if they
Tev.
just meet?
Tev himself is chained to the wall in a cave?
No, or what AV said. That they can meet after Tev being lost in the fire and after Niam completing the metal challenge. They run into each other there.
Maybe. Where does Tev then spend his time? Because after Niam has saved Lid, he moves on to the plant challenge and then the metal one. Do we just have Tev lost in the fire for 2 weeks? And stumbles out all covered in soot? No?
I don't know.
Me neither, obviously.
I'm thinking, if say he's injured somewhere, or he is lost and just walking around in circles, or, like, say we've found a good way for Tev to spend his time.
The beach umbrellas, or the
yeah. Then would this idea work for you?
Maybe.
Should we give it a try, or are you not feeling this?
I don't know. Because this feels like something we should figure out at this point, and not just like, oh no, but let's plot the water challenge and the post-water challenge situation, and then figure out what has happened to Tev. I don't know. At what point in plotting would you usually write a timeline?
Whenever I need it. Which might be around now. For me, I usually do main plot, main story, usually with a few holes and stuff. And then when I'm trying to put together the main plot and the subplots, that's where I often make a timeline and to fit them all together. But if I need it earlier, I can do it earlier.
I mean, we could just have them meet somewhere, and you won't believe what I've gone through. Yeah, because if Tev isn't the main character, and if it's not important when it's done, it's just easy to, Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hello, Theonetta. Welcome.
Welcome.
I was thinking you might want to know how long Lyd and Ted were separated for.
Yeah.
How long it would take to do the other things in between. Could be.
Yeah.
A thing we could also do, we could skip this bit. We could try to do, the reason I wanted to do this before the water challenge is because I wanted to know how they met.
Yeah.
And what they felt about each other when they met. And for that, it mattered in my mind if Niamh and Tev knew each other in any way at all.
Well, I mean, let's just go with the dragon thing, because it feels like if we change that now, we have to figure out so many other things. And like you said, you're the one who's going to have to write it as a dragon.
Yes, but we're not doing anything that we're not both excited about, and you're not excited about that.
No, but I'm not more excited about anything else, so...
Well, then we can just skip that bit.
But we need to know how they meet.
What if we skip the air...
What if they never meet?
What if in the plotting for right now, we skip both how they meet, we skip the water challenge, we say that they have now done the water challenge. Where do we want them to go after that? Or we try to do the water challenge without knowing.
I don't know. Because I feel like we need to at least know what they learn from the water challenge, or what the outcome of it is, before we can plot what follows.
Do you feel like we need to know more than, because what we do know is that they learn to work together.
Mm-hmm.
They learn to understand
each other's strengths and weaknesses and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have some sort of bonding moment where, like, hey, we actually, because we do the part of the point here is that these two, that Niamh and Lyd, are some form of soulmates.
Mm-hmm.
They need to actually like each other eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we want the drowning to happen?
Maybe.
Cool. Yeah. Avi says, I feel like a good idea would be to tackle something else for a while and see how that goes. Yeah. I think maybe we just should do that. Like you said, Marcus.
Yeah.
I think if we know what happens after all the trials, we know better what will need to happen during the trials. So now we're plotting, not only we're playing backwards. What is this? Assume they met, are cautiously optimistic about each other, but not super trusting, and still need to build trust in the water challenge. Because I think the challenge would be the best way to build trust between Niamh and Lyd. I think so too.
Yeah.
Learning by doing and not just by talking.
Yeah.
They're not super close, but they've learned to trust each other after the challenge. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's do that. Let's ignore the water challenge, and let's ignore if Tev's a dragon, and let's ignore how they meet.
Mm-hmm.
What then? Because at this point, Niamh still, I assume, wants to overthrow the ruler. Lyd has come around to it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but the Lyd also, they both also now know that they're supposed to, that there are two of them, first of all.
Yes.
Maybe they aren't yet sure actually if they are supposed to rule together, or if
It's a fight to the death.
yeah.
They know they're both needed for the water challenge to do that. But you okay?
Yes.
They know they were both needed for the water challenge, but they don't know what comes after that. Are they both needed for the ruling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we assuming that they're still alive?
Yes. I mean, I consider if Ted just dies. Just dies. Both dead. Hate when that
Cool.
happens.
You want Ted today?
I don't. But when we were talking about the fire challenge and him getting lost and whatever else, she could actually literally lose him. He could die.
Yeah.
And she was unable to save him and unable to heal him. And that takes a toll.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Yeah, Bodhi is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Bodhi survives everything. Bodhi is immortal.
Yeah, been around for centuries and centuries to come.
Yes. We haven't decided how long they live.
No.
Is
Lyd in any danger of dying still? Well, from natural causes, sure. But with both of them having completed and survived all the challenges, then yeah, the clock has stopped counting. Like, the 6 month time has stopped. They're safe from that once they wake up after the water challenge.
Yes. They might think only one is expected to survive challenging the ruler. That's true.
True.
Because if Lyd is no longer dying from the trials, this would be the moment when she commits to, okay, I have no dagger over my head, but I still decide to go through with this. Yeah. Bodhi will one day drape his furry self over the back of the throne when Lyd and Niam rule.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, that's true. And they might not know that the clock has stopped for them either. That sounds bad, but like breathing. They might still think that we have to challenge the ruler, or at least announce ourselves at court or something, prove that we have succeeded in all this before that time is up. Because they know that they can wait out. Maybe they don't know. We know that they can wait out and not challenge the ruler, but instead ascend the throne when the ruler steps down or dies.
Yeah.
They might not know that.
But that's how it usually goes, though.
Yes, they know that.
I think they want to. The thing I'm thinking about that they might not know is that they're supposed to co-rule. Because Niam might have found out that, yes, there's actually always two people that go on these challenges.
Yeah.
But also for the past
300 years.
Yeah, only one has survived.
Yeah.
And he might still assume that, okay, one of us is going to rule.
Yeah.
In which case we have a problem in that okay, once they finish the water challenge, only one of us can be ruler. Who wants it more? Are we gonna have to fight to the death? Like, we need to make sure that they don't fall out on each other.
Yeah. And if they know before they do the water challenge that only one person will ever sit on the throne, why are they helping each other?
Yeah.
I understand that, like, the way we talk about the challenge now is that it's built or created so that they have to do it together.
Yeah.
But, you know. Yeah. So I don't know why we talked about that the other day, Marcus, but we talked about like the end of the first Hunger Games. Where like, oh, the rules are that you can be together, you can co-rule, or in that case, survive the challenge together. Two tributes from the same district can be victors, and then once they reach that point, there's a change to the rules,
Mm-hmm.
and how I like that, and how that could be a thing here. Like, no, we're gonna, we can do this together. We should co-rule. That's what the world needs. And then there is but actually, the throne is only big for one of us. Like, yeah, or they think that, or they told that, or something.
Yeah. So they sit down after a tiring and difficult water challenge, sit by the fire, and look at each other and cautiously discuss the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be a nice scene.
Mm-hmm.
So we could break the information.
The first calm scene.
Yes. We break the information into pieces and dole them out to Neum, who is stopping at libraries and archives along the way whenever he has the chance, and letting Lind have one piece that he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And discussing, do they A, look for more information, B, go to the capital and talk to the ruler, or challenge the ruler?
Mm.
Yeah. Maybe that they get thrown into the water challenge before they have time to put all the pieces together by sharing information.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Let's have a scene of, paper umbrellas in their drinks and. Does this happen right after the challenge or the morning after?
I'm guessing the morning after, because otherwise.
Once they know that both made
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I just wanted to.
It might also be that in the evening they're a bit like, okay, did only one of us actually manage?
Uh-huh. Because you're the one who grabbed the thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just helped you get there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of, at least for Lid, the way it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so, she's going to have so many sleep problems after this. Because like, oh, I survived the challenge, but I think I fucked shit up because I set the forest on fire. Will I wake up tomorrow?
Yeah.
And this is going to be one of those too.
Yeah.
No, but I helped you swim down there and you grabbed the thing, so obviously you won. No, but I wouldn't have, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's also going to need therapy.
Yep.
For many, many years.
I like that we're like the whole thing of the how you get to rule. If you're traumatized enough.
I don't like that, but it seems to be what we're doing.
Yes.
I like that though, that they share some pieces. They were thrown into the water challenge before they had time to put it all together. Now they trust each other to share all the pieces. First Moon and then Navy.
I have no idea where they are.
Moon's third comment from like 5 comments up from where we are. They were thrown into the challenge before they had time to talk it out and had all the pieces.
Can you read the exact?
Yes, it says Moon Petri, 3:21 p.m. It may be that they get thrown into the water challenge before they have. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, that one, and then AVs.
Or at the very least, now they trust each other enough to share all the pieces they know.
Exactly.
Maybe before they didn't have time and weren't quite as eager to spill it all. Yeah. Or they discussed it beforehand, but afterward, there is one final piece that they learn from a water elemental or in a dream that they're given now that they're victorious.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't think Lid will end up Super Zen. But,
Cool.
I mean, true. Good point.
Yeah. She definitely needs a Bodhi snuggle.
Don't we all?
Yes.
But yeah, they sit down and discuss what to do next. Lay all their cards on the table. Share everything they have.
Yeah.
So Bodhi and Dev,
They
trade companions for a while.
So Niam and Tev snuggle.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Sit down and discuss what to do next. Share all their information with each other. And that is when they realize that they're supposed to co-rule.
Yeah.
No?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next question they should have is, but what about the current ruler?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Lid doesn't know a lot about him.
No.
Apart from he helped in the segregation of shapeshifters and humans.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know much more about him. Niam has lived in the capital.
Yeah.
He has first-hand experience. He doesn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, Niam doesn't know much about the ruler as a person.
No.
I don't know if Lid does. If her mother has told her stuff.
I don't know. In that case, like I want Lid to know some of the history of like we were separated and I ran away sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think the mom would more share like, you know, my brother did this and that. Like Lid knows that the brother is the ruler, but more so like, oh yeah, he could be really cool sometimes. I remember he I don't know, threw some plants in my face. I don't know. I tried to think of something that was rude but not horrible. More those things, but not like the mother hasn't lived under the rule of the ruler.
No.
She just knows him as her brother who was ambitious and cunning and horrible things and became the ruler. That's what she knows.
Yes, so she knows about him as a person.
More so, yeah.
Yeah.
Which also means they complete each other.
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
Yes. Avi saying, I'd ship that.
Telenium.
Telenium?
You didn't want any romance in this stuff.
I didn't. Yeah. Well, if it's queer.
Why would it not have been queer?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Niam probably wants to overthrow the ruler. They could discuss if it's the right thing to do to overthrow them. Would that make them any better than him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure her mother told her what she could, trying to protect her, but also as a princess, the mother would have been sheltered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she knows the ruler was dangerous, but not the details about succession or anything at all about how the non-royal people were treated.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And also, if we talked about the rulers, not all the rulers have been in on the commoner offspring having been killed off, and it has been going on for years and years. We haven't talked at all about that group of people who actually go off and kill them. But still, we need to figure that out too. And question is, Lid's grandparent, who was the previous ruler, did they know? Were they a horrible ruler? I mean, probably, because the elementals are so very keen on better people getting power this time. But
I don't know. Does it matter at the moment?
A little bit, but just a thought.
I mean, if it matters, we should talk about it. I would like to know how it.
Yeah, I'm thinking because someone said, does it actually make us Lid and Niam better if we overthrow the current ruler?
Yeah.
Or if we wait, does it make us better than them?
Yeah.
And for Lid, this is also like, yeah, I'm actually a descendant, not by blood, but a descendant of 300 years of commoners being killed off to secure the family on the throne.
Yeah.
That, even though she hasn't been involved, is some sort of guilt and shame to us. And I had a second part that was going to be sounding so good.
But Lyd didn't know about this before. This is something
No.
that she finds out from Niam.
Yes.
So she also doesn't know for sure that every single ruler has been a bad person.
That's true. Yes.
Ah.
But they might decide that they, at the very least, want to declare themselves as the next heir to the public, so the public knows that there should be two rulers.
Yeah.
Rather than the people. Burn down the castle. We also should talk about, later on, the regalia.
Yes.
Regalia. I never figured that out. So Lyd knows the ruler was dangerous, but not yeah, we said that. Yeah. But they puzzle everything together and then discuss if they want to do some nice old overthrowing or not.
I mean, the thing I want to point out here is that it is not. If they decide to challenge the ruler, that is part of the tradition. That is a thing that is like that you can do. It's legal, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
So it's not something that we have to perform a coup. No, it's
we're half expected to do it.
Yeah,
it's in our birthright.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Discuss whether to challenge the ruler or not. Focusing.
Yeah, sorry. Moon is saying that would make them very dangerous to the stability of the evil monarchy.
Yeah.
Just the risk of spilling that information of their two rulerness would make those in power want to eliminate them before they could even get to the capital. Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is when the okay, because a little bit about the side plot of side plot, whatever.
Yes, it's called Some, isn't it?
It is.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I was also saying that for the sake of agency, they should decide to challenge or at least go public before any hit squad arrives.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good point. That would probably make the ruler likely to try to kill Lyd and Niam, so they might not have much choice. Run away or overthrow him. Yeah. I agree that they should have already made their decision. But also, this is where that subplot really needs to be. Because they have been, or at least Niam has been chased this entire time.
Yeah.
Lyd potentially haven't, although then we're giving Niam all of the subplots.
Yeah, we don't want that. I have thoughts. Yeah. I had it and then I watched it drift away from me.
Okay.
Something about them being chased and them going public about that it should be two people. And yes, there should be spice like everywhere. And at some point in the story, since they figured out early on that Niam is the commoner and we should kill him.
Yeah.
We, the capital, they probably then know that there is a new heir running about. Because originally I said that maybe they don't figure out for a while because they just don't hear anything from them. But if they find Niam, they kind of should figure out that there is a second person.
Yeah.
And then that probably means that they have gone to the shapeshifter place and started disposing of people. If most of the royal family has stayed at court, but the ruler's sister has not, it would make a heckin' ton of sense if they go to find her and potential offspring. No?
In a way.
Intrigue.
But if they go there, they will. I mean, they will find a bunch of shapeshifters and not a lot of humans.
So
They don't believe a shapeshifter could be the heir.
no. But if most shapeshifters spend most of their time in human form, and they sneak up on them and kill them in the night, they don't know they were shapeshifters or humans. I'm just saying that would add a massive side plot and punch to the gut for Lid.
Yes. I'm just not sure if it makes sense or not.
It would raise the stakes for Lid if her home is threatened.
Yeah.
And the shapeshifters would probably fight back. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if like their first instinct would, or the okay, we are the rulers. We find out that, or the ruler, yeah, we find out that there is a new heir. It is no one who lives in the castle. It's no one we knew about.
Yeah.
If they're anything like many royalty throughout history, the first thing they're going to do is start looking for
mistresses and
yeah. They might go like send someone to try to figure out the shapeshifter thing, but humans also aren't really welcome with the shapeshifters.
No.
They can't just send a person like yeah.
I'm not saying that they found Niam and then straight away were like, oh, let's go to Shapeshifter Island and retrieve the king's sister and child. But eventually I feel like they should have gotten there.
Potentially.
Although the ruler might not know where she is. He might not know that she went to the Shapeshifter land.
No.
Since
every area gets a different starting power, they might also think that, oh, it's someone at court, but they just have a very non-obvious power.
But if it's someone at court, they should have left on their quest. If they and Niam woke up with powers around the same time, and they discovered Niam having powers at least a month ago, it's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could be sending spies to find the ruler's sister and see if she has a biological heir. Yeah, which she doesn't. But, yeah.
I'm just thinking that eventually someone should probably find Lid.
Yeah.
If nothing else, there should be people. The challenges that always take place in the same place. The ruler or the ruler's assassins or those people should have people at each of those places.
Yes. So in front of alley, metal, and electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means that the moment Lid hit metal, she could have been found.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm starting to think that there should be spies, and there should be someone reporting to the heir and all that. My question is, was someone 20 years ago, a human or 2 or 5, sent to Shapeshifter Island under the guise of, we want to live here among you because the ruler is a horrible person, but they've been reporting back all the time because they know that her mom went there and they've just been keeping an eye on her. Or they went there actually needing asylum. Asylum? Yes. But then when they realized that Lid has powers, reported that to the ruler at the hopes of being able to return to their homeland or get golden riches or something.
Maybe. But it is also pointing out there must be rumors of a young woman who's going around on the quests if humans have seen her,
True.
which they have.
True. Yeah.
So I think it could be just be that easy, so to speak.
Yeah. She comes to the capital and they're like posters of her. either wanted posters or just like, oh my god, she's so cool. Can you sign my poster?
Trading cards.
Exactly. I drew them myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to run off to the bathroom for a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on something.
Yes. Let's see if I can write a few things down.
Thank you.
And that is then in the side plot bit. Being chased. Liam is chased from the capital and onwards. Lid might be found at Metal or somewhere else. The ruler has people stationed at all the stationary challenges. Inferno Valley, Metal, and Electricity. Which then means that before and after each of these challenges, both Neem and Lid need to run into these people and have to get away from them, or Inferno Valley, Metal, and Electricity. Before, after each of these, Neem and Lid need to be attacked. Avoid these people. Or they could capture her human mother, and when Lid and Neem get to the capital, they use the mom to try to keep Lid from telling the truth about the co-ruling situation. That's a good point. I'm picturing mom above a pit of sharks or something, James Bond style. I mean, maybe. I mean, that is a really good point if they manage to get to her mom and now are using her as leverage. Rulers, people have to Lid's human mother, captured her and uses her in the capital to intimidate Lid, so she and Neem doesn't tell anyone about the co-ruling thing. Welcome for my singing. Guessing Uncle Evil wouldn't mind threatening his own sister. Probably not, no. Especially the sister that abandoned them and went to live with the horrible evil shapeshifters. Could have sent someone out to kidnap her during the night and bring her to the capital or something. Yeah. This is a good point. I like it. I like it. Let's see if Matilda does. Is there anything else I should have written down that we talked about? That yes. Just imagine you're sitting all noble and calm, like you don't frighten me, brother, or something, like some of the royal teachings is showing through. I like that. I like that a lot. Would be classy. Yes. Matilda, come back. There are ideas. Cool. Let's see. There was also they discussed. They decide to challenge him, or at least go public. Then they are found and attacked by the assassins or something, whatever they are. We should probably figure that out too. But I mean, they are assassins, hunters, killers, killing people. Yes. I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm thinking that then if their decision is to challenge the ruler or at least go public, the question is, do they go straight to the capital to do that, or do they start telling people that they meet and try to like rally support? Maybe they don't feel like they need support because they have, the law on their side. They can go there and challenge, and they have managed these challenges, so they are now, that should be it, sort of. So potentially somewhat naively, they might go straight to the capital and think that once we have announced ourselves, things will all be good. Maybe the ruler sends a messenger to tell Lynn her mother's at the capital, so they won't spill the secret along the way. That's true. I guess the thing is that the ruler must be kind of scared now. Because the thing is, what I'm thinking is this: the assassins, they don't have a chance of killing Lyd or Neum now that they have their powers. The assassins, they're just human. So now the ruler is going to have to be the one to deal with them. And he's probably really scared because, I mean, we talked about his powers potentially becoming lesser, and either way, he is now dealing with two people with the same powers as him. Granted, two people who don't have the same practice with the powers as he probably does, but still, he would try to do everything to make sure that they don't challenge him and that they're not a danger. Yeah. Either they stop to announce themselves in the villages. If they go straight to the ruler, then there is the increased tension of if they fail, then the people still won't know that there should be two. Yeah. So the assassins witness their awesome power and decide they need leverage, thus poor mom's fate. Exactly. That's true, like the ruler can't send people to overpower Lyd and Neum. That's probably why he's sending people to kidnap their loved ones. Exactly. And lucky for Neum, he doesn't have any loved ones, so, yay. And they have the power he does not. Friendship! Cue My Little Ponies. The duck-sized horses. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if we decided this already, but if Neum has like an apprentice where he worked, they could have grabbed them, or generally his co-workers, as leverage for Neum. It's true. Maybe there's someone Neum cares about who they also threaten, a mentor, a sweet elderly archivist. So weaker leverage was still a possibility, and to be fair, they might not know like how much he actually cares about these people. and they have to do something. So they're like, well, from what we understand, you're the closest thing Niam has to a friend or a parent or something like that. We need to, yeah, we're gonna grab you. Apprentice or mentor, either would be great. Yeah. True. Then we're going down here. They have also grabbed someone close to Niam. Apprentice, mentor, friend. Yeah. And then what might happen? What might happen here when they sit down and discuss what to do next, and they decide to challenge the ruler? Maybe they are not actually found and attacked by the assassins. They are found by the ruler's people who tell them that his mother and Niam's insert relation are being held captive and will be safe as long as Rid and Niam don't tell anyone about stuff. And potentially that is also an invitation to come to the capital and we will discuss this.
Did I hear you yell something about we figure things out?
Yes, we have ideas.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So the thing that we came up with,
Yes.
if the ruler's people have kidnapped Lid's human mother,
Yep.
brought her to the capital, and to basically intimidate Lid so that she and Niam doesn't tell anyone about the secrets.
The secrets.
The
ruler.
co-ruler and all that. And they have also grabbed someone who's close to Niam. We don't know if that might be an apprentice or a mentor or a friend or something like that. Not Bodhi, because Bodhi is with him. Bodhi is fine.
Yeah.
And then what I was thinking was that after the water challenge, they sit down and discuss what to do next. They realize they're supposed to co-rule. They discuss whether they want to challenge the ruler, and they decide to at least go public, maybe challenge him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're found out by the ruler's people, who originally we thought that maybe they get attacked. But then the thing is, the human assassins don't have a chance against them now that they have all of these powers.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Which it means that, like, and that's the reason that the ruler instead has kidnapped people and now have sent the assassins or these people to just give a message that, hey, your mother and your something are in the capital, that are safe as long as you don't
go there.
No, I was thinking you keep a low profile, but come to the capital and we will talk. Because the ruler still wants to get rid of Lid and Niam. So the ruler is obviously like, yeah, come here and I will kill you. But
doesn't say that outwardly.
Doesn't say it.
Just,
yeah. He says, come here and we will talk. I promise safe passage, sort of. Maybe they're even escorted there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Carrot and stick will hurt people you care about if you talk, but come to the city and we will give you money or whatever to keep you quiet long term. And of course intending to kill them.
I mean, that's an interesting point too. If the tradition thus far, for the number of years recently at least,
Mm.
has been to probably challenge the ruler.
Mm.
The current ruler wanted it to be one of their own children,
Yeah.
so that they themselves, the ruler, would get to keep ruling
Yeah.
and not be interrupted in their dark evil schemes.
Yeah.
What would actually happen if Lyd and Niam agreed to be paid off? I don't think that's what we're going to do.
No.
But what would actually happen if the ruler gets another 40 years on the throne? The next rulers, the heir to the throne, are already, for lack of a better word, selected. They're already proven themselves.
Yeah.
So the cycle will stop unless they die.
Yeah.
Just something to.
Yeah. Which I'm thinking is the rulers. The ruler is thinking that, well, they have to die because we need to keep this up.
Yeah.
But Niam and Lyd might not think that far.
No.
Because they're not. Yeah, I don't know.
No, but yeah.
Yeah.
Escorted by extremely nervous and jumpy guards. She's had time to escort people who can do that much magic. I not actually.
Yeah.
Unless they have gone to the metal cave and gotten some shackles, and
But they don't know about that.
fair.
She's the one who made the shackles.
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 Yeah.
Also, they only.
I know, and then she destroyed them, but I don't know. I was just thinking if that could be I don't know. Hello, Eve.
Oh.
Jumpy guards made me think of a Tom Stoppard play called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. No idea.
Never heard
None of those words made sense. Or even if Niam and Lyd did think of that, they would go along to protect the loved ones. Yeah. Yeah, true. It was anti-shifting shackles. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm just thinking that there might be the possibility of anti-magic shackles, but then if those were a thing, why not just put them on all the children who aren't royal? And yeah, no, we'll drop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My blister really hurts.
I'm sorry. They are escorted. No. Yes. Okay. To the capital by nervous guards.
Yes.
Told that they will get money or something to disappear. Not tell the public. Yes. Yeah.
I started thinking that
Mhm.
that would change things.
Uh-huh.
What if there is something that the Shapeshifter Islands desperately needs? And part of why Lyd has gone is to bring that back. Or she's already off to the mainland when she wakes up with powers. No. Good. Excellent.
What would that accomplish? What?
I don't know. Let's ignore it.
Okay.
The emotional blackmail, blackmail and kidnap loved ones are enough to keep them in line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then what happens when they get to the capital?
I mean, I feel like once they actually are there, the ruler will try to assassinate them or have them assassinated. I don't think he himself stalks the halls at night, but
I mean, I'm thinking that because that's what I was thinking, that the only one who has a chance of beating them is him,
mm-hmm.
because he has the same powers.
Yes. unless you get them in their sleep or something like that.
Yes.
Mm.
True.
I'm just thinking, because the ruler probably offers to pay them off, publicly offers to pay them off.
Not publicly.
No, but yeah, tells them that I'll give you money.
Uh-huh.
But he wants them gone.
Yeah.
Because if they're gone, the cycle continues, and it could fall back to someone in his more immediate family.
Yeah.
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 That's my takeaway. That's my contribution.
Cool.
Yes.
So, yes. First failed assassination attempts, and then the ruler has to find him himself.
Mm.
If he tries to lure them into a sense of security, and then one night they are attacked.
Yeah. That could work. Why do I have the feeling that Tev would sneak away in the night trying to kill the ruler? Just to help. And then just end up being a hindrance.
Huh?
Interesting. The ruler not only has the same powers, he has control over the setting. He can make traps or anti-magic zones and goodness knows what else.
Mm.
Making the settings with an advantage to him.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Go make dinner, Ivy. Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you. We'll see if we're still going when you're back.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get to the capital.
Mm-hmm.
And they Tev could definitely make some dumb decisions. He might end up being captured along with the mother too.
Yeah. That's why he goes missing.
I mean, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the capital, are probably, set up in some fine rooms and reunited with their loved ones.
Yeah, that would make sense to actually be shown that they are alive.
Yeah.
And that they are there.
Rooms.
Why is there fine rules and moons? There we go.
Reunited with loved ones, pulled into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Attempted assassination in the night.
Of whom? Of them?
Of them,
Yeah.
Yes.
Just so we're clear with that. Yes. Oh, okay.
No, that was.
But then there shouldn't be a period here.
We don't have to make this entirely
Okay.
grammatically correct.
Okay, I'm done. I'll spell check. Yes. But it's failed.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I'm thinking that basically that when they are assassinated, or when the attempted assassination fails, do they decide then, okay, now this moment we have to go for the ruler because we're not safe?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they wait and publicly?
I don't know.
Because it feels like the ruler but should have, if he was smart, made precautions in case the assassination failed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe he is ready for them.
Yeah.
He sends the assassins in hopes that they manage, but also knows that there's a risk they will not.
Mm-hmm.
But before he even sent them in, he had prepared, traps and anti-magic zones and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
and is ready for, well, if my assassins fail, I am going to kill them instead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking go straight from he tried to assassinate us, he failed, and either now he attacks or we try to go find him.
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah. I have one question.
Yeah.
Would Niam and Lid try to free the people who have been captured? Lid's mom and Niam's mentor or whatever. I was going to say apprentice, but that's the wrong direction.
I mean, we don't know if it could be either one.
Yeah, well, either way.
Yeah.
Would they try to free them to get them away from this, because they understand that it's going to get bad one way or another, but they're not going to get paid if the I'm just thinking I'm thinking that they've been brought to the Niam and Lid have been brought to the capital and been told, like, the ruler just wants to say hi, pay you off, send you on your merry way, and not,
Mm-hmm.
not make a big deal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the mentor or the apprentice and the mom have been captured. Niam and Lid will not be paid if those hostages suddenly go missing. So they can't.
Why not?
Because the whole point of them being there is bait.
Yeah, to get Lid and Niam to the capital. But now that they are there, the payment didn't have anything to do with the hostages in itself. The payment had to do with their silence.
Yeah. My thought was, though, if they get attemptedly assassinated in the middle of the night, and then they fight off those assassins, and then they're like, we need to dispose of the ruler, this is going to get bad. Do they do that, or do they try to free the mom and other person straight away?
Isn't this an excellent time for Tev to get them to safety?
The mother and the...
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'm thinking that too.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it turns out to have been a ruse. There is no one there. They haven't captured mom.
I don't think that would really work.
No.
Because then they know the moment they get there, they know that, oh, we've been tricked.
Possibly. Yeah. But yeah, they get attemptedly assassinated. Assassination fails. Niam and Lid want to get their loved ones out. Tev steps up.
Yeah.
He can now be a dragon and just fly them out of the city.
See? Exactly. Their loved ones to be safe. Tev volunteers to get them out.
Yeah. And that's a risky plan, but
yeah,
hopefully they're at least in safety, and also Tev is hopefully at least in safety.
Yeah.
While shit goes down.
Yeah.
Or when shit goes down.
And I also agree with Moon.
Yeah.
I also imagine Tev as someone who would like to be a hero.
Yeah.
He would definitely. The way I think of him, at least, he would do that. Yeah.
And then they go for the
yeah.
And kind of then and there.
Yeah.
So again, not much prep time, just like when at least Lid set off on the quest in the first place.
Yeah. Who was prepared for this, so has set up traps and stuff. Showdown.
Yeah. And I mean, my hope for all this is that, but my plan is that Lid and Niam do make it, and they do overthrow the ruler, and they take their place as rightful rulers. Like that is the ending.
Yeah. I'm thinking that too.
Yeah. The Lid and Ian make a big scene directly challenging the ruler, buying time or causing distractions, attempting to get the others out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm also like, there's like, is this all taking place in the palace? And if we're going to be hauling some fire around, are we also setting fire to the palace? Are the people finding out? Like,
Yeah, I'm wondering if the ruler is maybe gonna try to like get them.
these vandals come in here and they burn down our castles. And they... No?
No, I was thinking that he has set aside a like secluded area where he wants this showdown to go down,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they. Okay, for a different kind of ending.
Uh-huh.
For a different kind of ending, maybe they manage to like let the people know that, hey, there should be 2 rulers.
Mm-hmm. And the people storm the castle?
No,
No.
but they fail.
In a way, yeah. I would also like to see it open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you just said,
Yeah.
but also like, I don't know. Let's just say all 3 of them, the ruler, Niam, and Lid, are in this magic-free zone, and all they have are little dagger, like whatever, and just like the last line being like, I can't write fantasy. That's about it.
That's.
I can't do it. No, but like, and so the sword came bearing down, or like something, and then it ends, and there's no like, whose sword was it? Who killed who? Did anyone like?
No.
I sometimes like those endings.
I don't think that I would feel like that was a satisfying kind of ending to the story.
No. Epilogue: the next potential heir and corresponding co-ruler wake up with powers. Lid and Niam celebrate and encourage them. Okay, so you mean down the line?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That would be kind of nice. Or, like you said, Marcus, they fail.
Yeah.
And so there is an epilogue. Or not even that, but like something of like a new person wakes up with a power.
Yeah.
Welcome, Moon. This is what I sometimes do. I mostly write happy endings, though. I just think that unhappy endings can be really interesting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So you mean that they managed to tell the people, and then they go to this fight to the death with the ruler, and they fail.
Yeah.
But now the next people who wake up with powers have the upper hand, potentially, because they will have the support of the people.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking potentially maybe all 3 of them die, or like.
So there's no ruler?
Yeah.
Huh. Tem the Dragon! Tem and Bodhi are the actual co-rulers.
Yes.
Niam and Lid were just there for distractions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm also open to a happy ending where they actually manage, but I wanted to throw out the opportunity, the option.
I mean, the non-happy ending, the ending of them failing, could still be a hopeful ending.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Hopeful ending.
What if the point...
Okay.
Yes. What if the point of this, from the point of view of the gods or the elementals or the higher power, is not to get the actual two rulers together, but to actually abolish the system entirely?
And have a democracy or something else there?
That I don't know. But they are just like, nope, this didn't work.
Back to the drawing board.
Sort of. And then the hopeful ending is that all 3 of them die,
Yeah,
Or-
helpful.
or like whatever happens at the end of their showdown, potentially say the ruler dies, but
And they
Lyden,
refuse the throne.
they lose their powers, and no one ever wakes up with a power again.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because then potentially they don't get to be rulers. Potentially there's a whole sequel potential there, and figuring out how it's actually going to be ruled with like the ruler's kids saying, well, obviously we should inherit even though no one has any powers anymore, and the people being like, no, you guys have been horrible for the past 16 generations, we hate you,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah. Civil War, yay!
Yes.
That's the sequel. Elemental magic story, Civil War.
Yes.
Like they did with Avengers. Captain America. One of them. Captain
Yes.
America, Civil War. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, just putting it out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
You don't seem super into it.
Well, I like it, but I think I like it better that it's left with them dying. I don't know. But also, I mean, in the interim period of the ruler has just died, so did the two heirs. It might take about 6 months. Like, it's not going to be a satisfying ending for everyone because, like, now we have no ruler and we have no heir.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it could also be that they do succeed in taking down the ruler, but they opt out of ruling. Like you said, they lose their powers, or something like that. And then they're like, yeah, we don't actually want the throne. We just want a better world for everyone, and we're not going to help make that happen.
Yeah, I don't think they like. It would be weird if they just, we're going to kill the ruler and then we just get to disappear and that you guys figure this out.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I don't know. What are you thinking? What do you like the best of these endings?
I don't know.
Have you read the Graceling trilogy? No. I tried reading Graceling like twice when I was younger and didn't get into it.
I've never even heard it. So no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the question is, Big Bad King is taken down in the first book. Second is a prequel, but the third is about the rebuilding after the evil regime has been taken down.
Cool. Interesting that the second book is a prequel.
Yeah. Just came back while stuff for boiling.
Ah.
Lid opts out and Neon opts in. So again, there's only one ruler, so nothing really changes. I mean.
But then it's the commoners, at least.
Yeah. That is true.
And Liam is the one who wanted it from the start. Lid came around to it because otherwise I would die, sort of thing.
Yeah, and also, these people are suffering.
Yeah.
I can help them not suffer.
Yeah. And she might be... This might have been adventure enough for her. She might be comfortable with just going, okay?
Yeah.
Comfortable just going back to her own her old home.
Oh.
And trusts that he will do a good enough job. And she still has her power. She could come back and challenge him.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because it would break the cycle of the royal family on the throne.
Yeah.
Not her challenging, but Liam taking the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now it's Liam's job to fix everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Could be.
And then Bodhi will get to curl up on the back of the throne.
Yes.
Like we wanted from the start.
Yes. That was the
Well,
entire point of the story.
Yes, Bodhi is everyone's hero, and
Yeah.
Do it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hopeful ending. The ruler dies.
The end.
Yes. Lid opts out of ruling, but Neum opts in.
Yeah.
And yes, Moon. I was thinking about that too. In my October daily videos, I did
Mm.
suggest making a list of possible endings and not being set on a specific one.
We could do that.
Yeah. Let's.
AV.
Or Neum and Tev get to rule together. I mean, let's just do that then. All three of them die. Oh, great. Of them die. The cycle is broken.
Okay, while you're typing this up, AV and Moon, what's their ship name? Yeah, that's my question too.
Cool. The open ending where we don't know who is or dies or tells the story. Yes.
Oh.
The ruler dies, but Lid and Neum lose their powers.
I thought you were gonna, when you wrote but Lid, I thought you were gonna say the ruler dies but lives. Did you die? Yes, but I survived.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But the losing of their powers makes me wonder though, because the ruler has already kind of had his powers revoked. A little bit. Do you actually need powers to rule is also an angle. You might need powers to disturb the throne or whatever, to overthrow the previous ruler, but do you need your powers to rule? Because the ruler has been ruling powerless.
I mean, you don't need powers to rule, but if you lose your power, that sort of means, because he has been losing his powers because the powers that be don't no longer think he deserves them.
Yeah.
And that should mean that he no longer deserves the throne.
Yeah. I just thought of it. Yeah.
Yeah. What else have I been saying? Chat, help us remember. The ship name can be Tium or Nev or Tiven. I don't know how you make ship names either.
No, me neither.
But yeah. The ruler dies. The ruler and Lid or Neum dies. The other one rules.
Yeah.
Everyone survives and the ruler steps down.
Yeah.
Because he's seen the light.
Or Neum and Lid die, but the ruler keeps ruling. It's not a very hopeful ending,
Nope.
but it's a potential outcome.
Neum and Lid die, the ruler keeps on ruling. What else?
The people take it into their own hands and overthrow the ruler themselves.
Yeah.
It's an option.
Yeah. The ruler doesn't die, is exposed as a fraud, no longer has his full powers. The people chase him out of town. Whack him in with wet dish towels. Sure.
Huh? Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a bit like the people overthrowing the ruler, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The ruler survives, but is exposed as a fraud. No longer has powers. People turn on him.
Yeah.
Now, something about the regalia.
Yes. Yeah.
How many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. My something about the regalia is maybe a bit vague, but
I mean, the top one. That's not the top one, is it?
roll
Yeah.
the dice.
The top one could also be reversed.
Yes.
Lid opts in, Niam opts out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have like 12-ish.
Yeah.
Because this one is also dual-sided.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So then you mean that we don't actually decide anything about the ending at this point? We decide that when we get there.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Because that's my point, as I mentioned in my Preptober videos,
Yeah.
is that if I have all of these, even if I like this one the best, it might turn out as I'm writing that actually I don't think Niam would opt in anymore.
Yeah.
And maybe it actually makes more sense that this happens, and
Yeah.
or a 15th option that I hadn't thought of.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And it helps make the story more organic.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Being a pantser now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I'm sort of thinking that I want to cap this soon.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling great.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we have a whole still here about how Niam gets from the medal challenge and where Kev is and whether he is a dragon and all of that. We haven't figured out quite exactly what the water challenge is.
No.
So
we've done nothing what we said we'd do.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But we do sort of know what happens after that.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And we've talked a little bit about them being chased and all of that.
Yeah.
So next week, what we're gonna do is talk about these things. Hopefully,
Yeah.
what happens with the water challenge and with how they meet, and also subplots and unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Which hopefully I'm gonna have gone through and actually made a list of things we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think we managed to rough out the whole third act.
Which went so much faster than Act 1 and 2. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
Because that's taken 6, 5, 9 streams.
Yep.
Yeah. Might be easy to fit more detailed pieces in now that the framework is there.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I also think we've done a really good job today.
Yeah, me too.
And the third act is more fuzzy, and I think it makes sense that it is. It always is for me as well.
Yeah.
Both like the middle and towards the end
Yeah.
is usually where I have the most holes.
Yeah. I mean, like you said too, about like wanting the ending to be organic. We don't know the characters yet.
No.
We have some words on a page. You're like, oh, you're stubborn and you're cocky, but
Yeah.
we don't know them yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okay then. Thank you everyone for helping us out.
One more time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we have hopefully 2 streams left.
Ew.
We are going to figure out stuff.
Stuff indeed is what we have left on the agenda. Yeah.
Yes. So we're hoping to see you next Saturday on Matilda's channel. Same time as to. It's still 1 p.m. UTC.
Yes.
I know the US goes into summertime tomorrow.
Yeah.
So remember that when you adjust. Yeah. It's also linked down below, so you can just get the notification for when it's about to start. So
yeah,
it'll tell you what time in your time zone it's going to start. So let YouTube take care of that. And yes.
I like your outlining method, Moon. That's more than I tend to do.
In setting instance, stuff happens. They figure out how to resolve it. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's been fun, and that you think that we can start it in April probably.
Yes.
It would be nice, but we shall see when we get there or when we approach. I realize there's only like 19 days till April starts, so
yeah. Well, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us out.
Yeah. Hope to see you on my channel on Saturday. We're also doing our normal Thursday streams on Thursday, also on my channel, if you want to be there for that.
Yeah.
And there's been talk in the Discord about the craft stream that we talked about on Thursday. Erin talked about doing that maybe tomorrow, but then Erin also seems to be feeling a bit under the weather, so it might not happen tomorrow, but we're hoping it will happen at some point in the future.
Yes. And if you want to say in when and where and how, go to the Discord and discuss it.
Huh? Nothing.
What?
I coughed and said moon.
Okay.
I poorly coughed.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Be safe.